The U.S. says it's suspending a training program intended to take on ISIL. The campaign to train Syrian rebels, over for now. Deemed an ambitious failure by some. And the price tag, a hefty one at that. CCTV's Jim Spellman reports.
A Pentagon program to train so-called moderate Syrian opposition fighters is now on hold.
I wasn't satisfied with the early efforts in that regard, and so we're looking at different ways to achieve basically the same kind of strategic objective.
A revised plan will identify and vet only leaders of local militias, not individual fighters. Then give those local leaders basic equipment and arms to fight ISIL. U.S.-led coalition airstrikes will continue. The $500 million program rolled out last year aimed to train and equip up to 15,000 Syrian fighters over 3 years. But last month, a Pentagon official admitted that only 4 or 5 of these fighters were on the battlefield.
I'm the first one to acknowledge it has not worked the way it was supposed to.
The move comes as Russia has become the dominant foreign player in Syria, taking on ISIL and rebel groups fighting government forces, drawing criticisms from the U.S.
Russia's actions in Syria carry risks, both to the region and to Russia itself. Their strategy in Syria is fundamentally flawed, and the mistakes Russia is making there will have consequences and will only inflame the Syrian civil war.
China is calling for a diplomatic solution to the crisis in Syria.
China always believes that political solution is the fundamental way to solve the Syrian crisis. An equal, inclusive, and open political dialogue should be launched as soon as possible.
The White House says halting the training program is simply a way of adapting to the changing situation on the ground as U.S. military leaders learn what works and what doesn't. They say they can restart the program at any time if the situation changes. Jim Spellman, CCTV, Washington.